Obviously, the race at the weekend didn't go to plan.
Because now Hyrox has decided to make those worse. Wow, this is hard. What do you reckon of this, Prim? I'm surrounded by toxic masculinity. One of the best things about coming home to this beauty is...
banana muffins.
Right, my day today consisted of work this morning, 2 classes. Then I went to meet Michael, Bree and Dens for breakfast. I didn't train today because I figured I didn't want to. I want to have a bit of a break. But then it starts to play with my head. So I feel like crap now. But I know my body needs the rest. But I told you psychologically I need to exercise. So now I'm in my head. Obviously the race at the weekend didn't go to plan. That's also in my head. I'm on a bit of a come down, to be honest, because I left the race feeling like, what can you do? You cramped up. When you cramp up, it ain't going away. So you're essentially stuffed. Let's go get my food out of the microwave. So I was done in at that point. But before I cramped up, I was way off the pace, but I felt great. So I'm really confused. Yes, there's a lot of talk about the sleds. Yes, the sleds were a little bit heavier than normal. My sled push, normally 2:15, was 3 minutes. My sled pull, normally like 3:45, was like 4:15. So 30 to 45 seconds, bro slam, 30 to 45 seconds slower than like normal for me. So they were heavier, but I didn't feel like it took too much out of me. Now, when I do a sled push in a Hyrox, my plan is always you do the first length unbroken, then I do 2 halves for the second length, third length unbroken, 4th length, 2 halves. I did unbroken for the first length, then I did half-half, then I did half-half again, and I think I did thirds for the final one. So yeah, it was heavier, but I left feeling good. The pull didn't feel great. I felt like the rope was slipping out of my hands. I used the chalk, but it didn't help. So that's just like sweat. I don't know, maybe I didn't have enough grip on my new shoes. I have no idea, but it did not feel as bad as everyone said it was. But the point is, I like to get to the row around the 30 mark, and then I know I'm on for like my sub 65 average. I got to the row at 37:30. I cramped up after the row and it was all downhill from there. So before I cramped up, I was already way off the pace. I have no idea why, because I felt great. So it's like that battle of you felt good, but you didn't perform well and you can't explain what happened. So I have no idea. But I literally, today it's just wild, isn't it? I've started this channel because I'm like talking about Hyrox and training and stuff. But when you have days like this, it's not nice because I feel sluggish. I feel out of shape. I feel like aesthetically I don't look good. It's just nuts. I just don't understand it. But hopefully I'll kick off again tomorrow. We'll train. We've got 3 weeks till Abu Dhabi. And then it'll be really fun to take you through the next season with me. I've written some goals down for what I want to get out of Hyrox next year or next season, which will be essentially after the summer until next summer. Of course, I want to be at World Championships again. That's in Stockholm. And yeah, we'll see. But I'm just being open, honest, and vulnerable with you on here because I want it to be as open, honest, and vulnerable as possible. Like I want it to be very transparent. So here we go. Yeah, I'm actually watching now with Millie. She's just in the shower, but we're watching the highlights of the elites from the weekend. Obviously I was there, so I saw it live, but you see more when you see it in person. We watched the doubles race, which was amazing, and now we're watching the men. They've just got onto the skiag, the men elite 15. She's loving it. She's excited for Abu Dhabi and she's learning a lot, so it's cool. Anyway, chat to you soon.
Back training with the handsome Michael this morning. We had some fun with some strict press and some front squats. This heavy sled, because now Hyrox has decided to make those worse. Then we did some wall balls, scratch my neck, and rowing. 30-pound wall ball, made it mine. Okay, we're gonna run. Do you like this red light or not? Should I turn this red light off for now? I'm at work, you see. Landed Sunday night, worked Monday. No exercise Monday, straight home, bed, relax. Tuesday, I worked again in the morning. Jet lag was killer. Didn't sleep really Monday night at all. Then just went and did an easy run at the gym. Last night, Wednesday, Tuesday night, better night's sleep. Wednesday morning's been good. Good session this morning at the gym. And now I'm in to do a threshold run session. It's going to be my first intense run session since the weekend. 6 or 7 by 5 minutes, 1 minute's rest in between at threshold pace, 10-minute easy warm up, 10-minute cool down, 2 down, 4 to go. Maybe 5 if we do 7. 20 seconds, we go for round 3. Come on. 4 down, 2 to go. I am struggling. Oh my days. 1 to go. 1 to go. Wow, this is hard. Last one, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. Come on. We got it in. Oh wow. 6. Lots of 5 minutes. Threshold with a minute's rest in between. That got super hard. Quads started to feel like they were gonna cramp again. First time I experienced that was obviously racing in Chicago. Second time was today, so I'm gonna wanna see what that's all about. Nutrition, I assume, maybe travel, I don't know. But if I had one more rep, definitely would have experienced proper cramp, so work to be done on that. But considering I'm not feeling 100% this week, I'm super proud of my effort there. Guess who we are here with? Shop. The same people as always. We're here with Abs, and Snacks. And Michael's also here, but he's run upstairs. We just did a 50-minute run. We're kicking the week off right this week. What do you reckon of this, Prim? Mate, you waited how long for these?
I can't wait to heavily feature in this room.
Woohoo! 12 kilometers in the bag, 21 kilometers for the big man, 60 minutes for Jamesy, and Steve's been grinding on the sleds. We're athletes at the cinema, eh? So we've got to take the stairs. We can't take the escalator, we're climbing. I think it's time to buzz cut my hair, you know? I'm 30 in August, so I think I'm gonna do it then. Easy run, shall we? 50-minute. 10 to 12K. Kick the day off right. I finished work this morning, I'll go to the gym afterwards, but we'll do an easy 50-minute run right now. So let's go. Last week was a different week to usual. Yeah, recovering from traveling back, getting back into routine at work, other things going on. Still managed to hit all my runs though. Other gym sessions were kind of here and there, but here's what it is. But this week, back into it, because obviously Abu Dhabi, July 19th. Now the sad news is, my girlfriend Millie, she's going to have her first Hyrox on July 19th. She's now unfortunately not, because she's going to be in the UK that weekend. But I'll be there with bells on after you do a race, especially if you have quite a few back-to-back. Like, I did Sharjah, obviously PB'd 103.42, so then you're like really motivated to go again in a few weeks' time. Did Mumbai, PB'd again. So then again you're like, okay, let's knuckle down, we've got one more race coming up. I need to travel to Chicago and to get a 108.15 or 108.16. My slowest time ever. Cramp up during the race, really struggled, but still finished. Proud of myself, because to be honest with you, when I went into the farmer's carry and I couldn't move my legs, I thought I'm just going to pull out. But then you think, travelled all this way, it's just a sport, it's just a race, built all this fitness, done all this training, can't just give up. So, and it was cramped, like I wasn't risking injury, so I carried on. Quads cramped, hamstrings cramped, calves cramped, and then I was like, right, at least get your wall balls unbroken. But I broke at 35, and then so it was chaos. But then to come back from that race and then be like, right, now I've got to go again after not such a good performance, it's quite hard to motivate yourself again. Ticking off the big bucket list one today, we're going to see Dave Chappelle with my beautiful Angel, who's back. Angel. We're off to work Monday morning, 2 classes. Then we're going to head to the gym. Then we're going to come home and Zoom my nan and granddad, because I haven't spoken to them for ages. And then we're going to run. Raw for a coffee, athlete for a session. I'm surrounded by toxic masculinity this morning. Look at this. There's positive women everywhere talking about how they're going to change their life. Guess what I'm going to ask you, Dens?
Are you going to ask me what I like about myself?
Yeah.
Right now?
Because you're being negative, so.
I literally, you can tell.
Three things you like about yourself.
My ability to change a negative situation into a positive one, kind of assisted by James this morning though.
Nice. 2 more.
I don't like this lighting. I look
I think
like
the lighting's nice in here.
PS.
Right, everyone, say good morning to the channel.
Morning.
Dens, no?
Morning, sorry.
That was a hard one this morning. Did an EMOM of 20 calorie run, 20 calorie row, 40 meter farmer's carry. I did that for 30 minutes, so 10 rounds. Trying out these shoes again that I wore in Chicago. Wasn't a huge fan of them, to be honest. They like got waterlogged and they just don't feel very stable. I know they're not stable. I'm trying to decide for Abu Dhabi if I go back to my Deviate Freeze or I stay with the elites. I don't know. A 10-day hiatus in America. Dave is now back in his natural habitat. Row, box jump, thrusters. Look, I go low budget on my phone, even high as a cameraman. How are you, bro? Good? Look at this. Anyone else a fan of honey in their cappuccino? Usually she's a teaspoon, but very good. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. He's always behind the camera. He doesn't feel comfortable on the camera. It's ironic. Apparently my accent is obviously not from the UK. Where am I from?
No, I feel like...
She obviously doesn't watch my YouTube channel, otherwise she'd know where I'm from.
It's a wild accent.
Is it? I thought wild.
It's a mashup of different ones.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Like Australian, South African,
And
British. I'll take that.
Because I can never pin in New Zealand accent. It sounds like a mashup of all like Australian.
You're guessing New
South
Zealand?
African.
Is that what you're guessing? New Zealand?
No, because I feel like that's a bit too rogue.
Just a lot of South African people where I'm from.
Ah.
The only way you guess where I'm from is if you know it exists, and most people don't know it exists.
Ooh. So you're exotic.
My passport's British.
Yeah, but your accent's not British accent.
No, it's a mixture of random. Yeah.
I don't know, I have no idea then.
Jersey, Channel Islands.
Ah.
I like it, though, you're on the right track. I'm out for lunch with a friend. We've come to Time Out Market. Sarah is known as somebody who's too scared to run fast, so she runs far.
I'd rather run 100k slow than run a half marathon.
10k fast. She's a wimp.
No,
Right.
but I'm changing it.
For what? You're going to run a marathon, mate.
I'm running Chicago Marathon.
Chicago's an absolute... Imagine running into this guy in the lift. Look at that.